And this one I don't think has any tomatoes yet, but it's got plenty of flowers, so we'll see tomatoes yet on that. Alright. Don't know what kind of weed this is, but it is huge, so I'm going to leave it alone and see what it turns into. Okay, this is the grapevine that last time looked like that. And so you can see how fast the grapevines really grow. And it shouldn't be long before that one looks the same. We moved the composter over. I can't remember if the composter was over there last time or not, but that's its new home. And here's our little bush or tree. I can never remember what these things are. This is a red twig dogwood. And it's much bigger than it was last time also. Alright, on to the berry patch. And everything is doing as well as can be, considering we really don't know what we're doing. But this thing has gotten huge. And it actually has thorns on it, and Sal didn't think it was supposed to have thorns. And I think I see some kind of flower growing there. So we may actually see some berries from this summer. And the raspberry bushes, still trying to become bushes. And these, I think, are blackberries. And they're doing very well. So, as you can see, everything is growing. And we'll take a walk around to the front of the house because that's where there's definitely been a change since the last video. There's little Hennessy. She's the director. Okay, here's our first change. We planted these evergreen trees here, and they're going to be our little natural fence. And once they get bigger, we'll put some kind of a trellis or something in the middle there, like a little walkway thing, a little gate maybe. But they're doing very well. I would say they're almost twice as big as when we first planted them, which is a good sign. And luckily we have soil with very good drainage, because these things definitely require drainage. As you can see, I actually had to build up little hills to plant them in to make sure they get rid of the excess water. Okay, here is the front of the house as it is now, and you can probably tell just by looking that there have been a lot of changes. One, we actually have a real porch. It's not just some boards nailed together anymore, and it looks like real steps, and actually looks a little welcoming. And alright, so we have 2 rhododendrons and some kind of a holly or something, and a little evergreen bush. And they're all doing pretty well. They haven't grown much since I planted them, but they might have grown a little bit. I'm just glad they're still alive. And there used to be a plant there, and it died, so we returned it and got our money back. Yeah, there was one of these over there. Now, these things are so sensitive, and every day they wilt. But at least we have some flowers on this one. They need to be cut off soon. They're dying. And we have more rhododendrons over here, and as you can see, the mulch we bought promises to keep weeds from growing, but I think that's actual grass, so I guess that's why the mulch didn't stop it. So basically we've got the same bushes on either side of the porch, and then on this side we have a different kind of evergreen tree, that should actually grow up almost as tall as to where the windows are. And that'll be nice there. That actually gets a lot of drainage there, so it's doing fine. So that's the front of the house. And we have our maple tree here that decided to start growing from the bottom instead of the top. So it looks a little weird, but eventually it's going to be a big maple tree. And that tree is doing good since I cut off all the dead branches. And as you can see, we are missing a tree. But we replaced it with this one. And this is a birch tree, I believe. I think the last time this was in a pot. If we even had it in a pot back then, I'm not sure. But it seems to like its home right there. So just have to imagine, once that thing grows, it's going to look nice right there and maybe block some of the sun from shining into the living room. Filter it a little bit at least. So that is the house as it is now, with all its new bushes and so forth. I don't know if you remember the neighborhood, but it's a pretty nice neighborhood. Very quiet street. And our neighbor's house, we need a porch like that. I really wish we had a porch like that, but beggars can't be choosers, as they say. Alright, well that's the tour. And I hope you enjoyed it. You'll have to come for a visit and see it in person soon. Come on, Hennessy.